Welcome to Bent Business Basics. I'm a second year business major and I teach as I learn. I post videos that are business related with slides and examples to increase your knowledge and get familiar with accounting, marketing, economics, and finance. For more content, please follow my Instagram and TikTok at Bent Business Basics.
Today, we're going to be going over what is marketing. If you think marketing is just running annoying Facebook ads, dancing on TikTok, or being a pushy salesperson, you've got it completely backwards. Most people confuse marketing with advertising, assuming it's just all about spammy emails and shouting at people to buy your stuff. But that's actually a tiny fraction of the game. At its core, marketing is actually the entire process of figuring out what people are struggling with, create a solution they truly value, and show them why they should choose you over the competition. Forget the whole confusing business language. I'm going to break it down for you in three simple steps, which is finding the problem, building the fix, and making them care. The main definition of marketing is find what people are looking for, provide it for them, and give them a reason why you're the best in the market. Now we're moving into finding the problem, and that is already our first step. Before you do anything else, you have to figure out what people actually need and what are they struggling with. You have to become a detective in your own industry. Don't look at what's already working, look at where people are complaining. As I explained, I will be providing a real world example using our coffee shop. So, most businesses fail because they create a solution for a problem that doesn't exist. By identifying a 15-minute wait time in the business district, you found a pain point that people are willing to pay to solve. Once you figure out what the problem is, you want to build the fix. And how you do that is by creating the exact product or service that solves it. This isn't just about making coffee, it's about engineering a system. You aren't opening a cafe, you're opening a high end speed delivery hub designed for one thing, which is speed. And maybe you might create a fix by shortening a 15-minute wait to a 60-second pickup window. And that is your unfair advantage. That makes the big chain competitors look obsolete because you're solving a specific issue, which is being late. And that is what customers are currently struggling with. Now that you know that there was a problem in the market and you built the fix, you have to make customers care. This is where you step in and show exactly why you're the best choice out there. This is where you flip the script from selling coffee to selling time. Your marketing should feel like a direct answer to their morning stress. A good way to grab the customer's attention is by advertising and saying, ready before you park. And that is powerful because you're promising a transformation. You're moving the customer from being stressed and late to on time and caffeinated before they even step a foot in your shop. So, on our second slide, we went over the big major steps in marketing. And then our first one is going to be actually finding the problem. First, you have to listen to customers' feedback. Stop guessing what they want and actually go look at what they're already saying. Take a dive into Amazon reviews, Reddit threads, or even TikTok comments in your industry. People love to complain online, and those are complaints are literally the treasure map telling you exactly what the market is begging for. Using our coffee example, you can do maybe a research. You can check TikTok comments and realize people love iced coffee, but they hate how the melted ice waters down the flavor within 10 minutes, making the last half of their drink taste like tinted water. Now that you know what customers are complaining about online, if you've researched their feedback, you want to identify the biggest frustrations. In marketing, we call this finding their pain points. What is taking too much of their time? What is unnecessarily expensive or just flat out annoying? If you can find exactly what's making your customers want to rip their hair out, you have found a profitable problem to solve. With our coffee shop example, the pain point will be diluted drinks. Customers feel like they're wasting $7 because they have to rush to finish their coffee before it loses its strength and becomes a watery mess. So we know what customers are complaining about, we know their frustrations, and now we have to spot the gaps in the market. Look at the competition, who are already out there, and ask yourself what are they missing? Maybe their product is great, but is it too complicated for beginners? Or maybe their customer service is terrible. Find the gap that the big guys are leaving wide open and position yourself right there. Let's say that a gap in the market, using our coffee shop example, is competitors just use standard frozen water. So, to compete with them, you launch a everlasting cold brew, which is a product where ice cubes are actually made of frozen concentrated coffee. And as they melt, the drink stays bold and flavorful. Now we move into our fourth slide, and this is where you build a fix. Once you know exactly what is frustrating your audience, This is where you create a product or service, but you have to do it strategically. First off, the core pain points. Don't just build what you think is cool. Look back at the frustration you found in step one and build something that directly attacks the exact issue. Your product needs to be medicine for their specific headache. Using our coffee shop example, your direct fix would be launching coffee ice cubes. You aren't just selling a coffee, you're attacking the watered down problem. Your product ensures the strength of the coffee that never fades. And make sure to keep the solution simple. A massive mistake businesses make is overcomplicating features that nobody asked for. If your customers' problem is that they don't have time to cook, do not sell them a 300-page cookbook. Sell them 15-minute meal kits. The easier your fix is to use, the more people will buy it. For a coffee shop, instead of having a menu with 20 different bean origins, you offer one signature bold iced coffee. You give the customer exactly what they want without making them overthink a complex order. And third, you need to deliver undeniable value. In the marketing world, we call this your value proposition. Your fix needs to do the job so well that customers feel like paying for it is an absolute no brainer. You're building the perfect bridge from where they are to where they want to be. Your value proposition is the only iced coffee that gets stronger as it melts. The customers feel like they're getting more of their money because the quality stays 100% until the cup is empty. And our final slide today is going to be going over what makes customers care. We have to look at the steps of why we need to get their attention. And the first thing we do is you need to have a great solution to a real problem. If nobody knows about it or if they just don't trust you, it doesn't matter. This is where your communication strategy kicks in. The number one thing to do is speak their language. You have to speak their language and stop using corporate buzzwords and talk like a real person. Use the exact words that customers use when they complain about their problems. When you hear the frustrations coming out of their mouth, they'll instantly know that you're the one who can help. Using your coffee shop example, you need to forget about the fancy business talk. Use the exact words your customers use when they're annoyed. If they say their coffee tastes like watery trash after 10 minutes, use that in your ads. When they hear you describe their exact problem, they're going to know that you're the one who can fix it. Second, show, don't just tell. Don't just say your product is the best. Show the results. Use testimonials, before and after shots, or a live demo. People are skeptical of claims, but they can't argue with proof. You're not just selling the product, you're selling the transformation that it creates. And you need proof. You need a proof that your coffee is the best. Maybe post a side by side video, a regular iced coffee melting into a pale mess versus your iced coffee version, which stays dark and bold. People might doubt your words, but they can't argue with what they're seeing. And third, build a bridge of trust. People buy from people they like and trust, whether it's through consistent content, a solid guarantee, or just being transparent about how you work. Your goal is to make the choice to buy from you feel like a no brainer. You've got the problem, you've built a fix, now you just have to show them why you're the best person for the job. And how can you make someone trust you over just coffee? You can offer a bold to the last sip guarantee. If their drink gets watered down before they finish, it's free. Being honest and standing behind your work turns a stranger into a loyal customer. At the end of the day, marketing isn't just about manipulation and annoying ads, it's about empathy. You solve a real problem for a real person and show them that you can be trusted. You don't have to chase customers, they'll find you. Stop shouting and start solving their problems and give them the reason why you're the best in the market. In our next lesson, we're going to be going over the irresistible offer. While your plan gets people's attention, the offers will actually make a sale. Stop talking about the product and start selling the better version of your customers. You need to give them a quick win so they see the progress right away and make everything easy so they don't have to struggle. Pile on the benefits until the value is bigger than the price and use the strong guarantee so they have nothing to lose. When you make it this easy, saying yes is the only logical move.